Hello PowerApp learner. Today you will learn very interesting topic of PowerApp, that is modern table control in Canvas app, and that control is creating buzzword in PowerApp community. So let's start learning with me. Hi, this is Krupali from KnowHow Academy. Before going ahead, let me tell you what you will learn from this video. From this video, you will learn what is modern table control in PowerApp. Second, practical implementation of modern table control in PowerApp using real-life scenario. Third, you will learn advanced customization option of modern table control. And last but not the least, question answer session that may help you to get a clear idea of what is modern table control in PowerApp. Before starting what is modern table control, let me tell you what end result you will going to develop at the end of this video. So here you can see that I have designed one Canvas app where I am displaying the data of employee information. So here employee ID, employee department, employee first name, employee gender information, employee email information, employee status, and rest of the information you can see it. Now, here you are seeing this information in a modern table control. Now, here entire table data you can filter using this drop down list which is displaying the view which is available in Dataverse table. So here you can see the data is filtered according to the whatever selection I have done. Now see here, if I selected advanced find view, here there is no change because here I did not put any condition. But if you click on the test, you will see the data is filtered, and right now you will able to see only 773 row. And if you click on the active tables filter, here you can say filter, but actually it is view. So here 983 records are showing. So you will going to learn that how you can design modern table control in PowerApp. So first of all, let me tell you what is modern table control in PowerApp. So basically, PowerApp launches one new feature that consider as a modern table control in PowerApp. So what is speciality of modern table control? Modern table control, you can display the data in a tabular format using modern table control. Now you may have a question that already data table is available in PowerApp, then why there is a need of modern table control in PowerApp? Because in data table you can display the data, but advanced customization option like getting data directly from the Dataverse view, that is not possible. Also, the UI of a data table is not good as compared to the modern table control. So that's why to enhance your user experience in PowerApp Canvas app, I advise you to use modern table control. So let's start practical implementation of modern table control in PowerApp. So first of all, let me show you the data which I am using in modern table control. So click on the tables, and here I have created a table called employee data which has a 983 records, and several columns are there, like what can be the image of the employee, what employee first name, last name, on what day they started their job, what is the position, what is the email ID, what is the employee status, how many employees are there part-time, full-time. So these are the information that I want to display on modern table control. So this is the Dataverse table. Now let me go to the PowerApp and let me close this window. And first of all, I'm taking new screen. Here, if you enable a modern table control, you have some pre-inbuilt screen design is there. You can see that. If you don't know how to enable modern control, I have already created a video on that. You can see that video and learn how to enable modern control. Link is given in the description. So here, after enabling a modern control, you will see that here a theme kind symbol is there. And here, if you click on the insert, in recommended section, some of the new control you will able to see, and that control is considered it as a modern control in PowerApp. So let me take a new screen. Here, if you click on the plus sign, here you will see that pre-designed template of PowerApp you will able to see. So here you can select that header and table. So if you click that, directly a screen design you will able to see, and already a table, that is modern table control, is added and on that screen. If you want to see, just expand this, and here you will see that modern table control is there. The another way is that take a new screen, just let me take a header and footer kind of screen. Here in that screen also you can take modern table control. So click on this, and here you will see that table, and this is preview. Actually this is a modern table control. Right now it is available for a preview, so you cannot use in a production environment, but while developing an application you can see that. So click on table control. So here table control is added. Automatically you can set the height and width of the table control according to the parent size by clicking on the property window, and here you will see that height, and here you can write parent dot height, and in width section also you can see, you can write parent dot width. So width is automatically set. One more important thing I want to tell you, before designing a responsive PowerApp screen, you need to go to the setting and you need to click on the display. Now here in display section, make sure that scale to fit feature is switched off. If it is switch on, then you will not able to see the proper design of the screen in different device. Let me show you. If I switch on this and click on close, and let me go to my previous screen, and let me just save it and run it. I will show you the practical demo. Now see, this is the screen. Now if I try to use it in a mobile device, you can see it is not looking proper in portrait mode. If I convert it into a landscape, then you will able to see. So to solve this problem, you need to switch off that feature. So let me again switch off this feature. Go to the setting and click on the display and switch off the scale to fit feature. Now if you run this and if you just orient, you will see the design is automatically adjust according to the screen design, or you can say screen template. So make sure that this feature is switch off. So let me go to the screen 4, and screen 5 is automatically there. Now you can design your screen in this section, this type of screen, or you can design your PowerApp Canvas app in this. So I am using this header screen. So let me just give a proper name to the screen. This is modern table demo. Okay, now the next thing, after taking a modern control, you need to set the data. Data means from which data or from which table the data will be displayed. So click on this table, and here you will see that data and field kind of symbol is there. So from here you can select your data, or if you are not able to see, here you can see that in items you will able to select your data. So I have already added my employee data. So here you will able to see. If you are not able to see your data, you can write your database name or table name here. So my table name is employee data. So here you can edit. Here, if you take a modern table control, that control has AI feature, that is inbuilt AI feature. Now, how it is working? So, when you add a data source, automatically it will find what can be the best column that I can display on a screen. It will take automatically column from the table. You can set it manually, but this is a AI enabled facility. If you click on field section, here you can see that these are the column that AI feature think that is best to display. Okay, you can remove the column if you don't want to display, or you can add any other column. So let's say here you can click here on add column, or you can remove it. And or from here you can go to the edit and you can add fields or remove fields. Here I want to change the order of the column. So let's say first of all I want to display the employee ID. So here employee ID, then I want to display the first name of a person, and I want to display the email ID of the person, then department, then date of birth I don't want to display, let's say remove this. And employee status I want to display, I don't want to display the exit date, and I want to display the performance score also. Okay, let's say performance score I don't want, position I want, and let's say start date also I don't want, so let me remove this. So these are the things that I am using to display the data. Now here you know how to set the data in your modern table control and how to customize column. Now the next thing is that here if you go little bit down, you will able to see row, then 983. So automatically modern table control has a count facility that will display how many data, or you can say how many row are there in that given column. If you click on the modern table control, here you will able to see that you can give a table name. Here are some of the design property of the modern table control. So here in normal table control, these are the size, position, behavior is fixed. But in modern table control, style and theme is there. So you can adjust your data style, or you can see you can adjust the header and the font style here in that. So let me change the header font, let's say Arial, so it will change. Then I want to change the header font size, let's say 13, so you can change it. Then you can change the color also. So here let me just take a color as a green, not like this dark green I want to take. Okay, this is looking like a black, so let me take any color. Okay, then you can see the header font weight, particularly you can customize the header font. And color palette, you will see that font, what type of font you want to take it in that. So you can set that, let's say this type of font I want. So according to the style what you have set, a data will be changed. So I want this type of font. So here you can see that. Then font size, font color, font weight. Font weight basically bold, lighter, semi bold. These are the facility, you can see that. Now let me save and run this. Now here you will see according to the screen size, table data, or you can say the how the data is displayed, it is changing. Let me change the orientation. Here you will see. Now here you can just see that you can adjust the width of the column also. Okay, now let's say here you can see this column. You can just expand this column like that. So this is the inbuilt facility, you can use it. You can even fix the size of the column. So at the time of running or at the time of showing the data, column size will be fixed. Let me show you how you can do that. So right now if you click on the table and if you just expand that, here you will see position 1. So this is, consider it as a what position this is there. So if you click on that, here you can lock that, you can cut that column and so on. So I want to change the employee ID width. So click on this particular column. Here particular column has a facility to change the style and theme and etc. So I want to change the let's say employee first position, or let's say employee ID. So let me just check it which column is displaying that. So this is employee email. Here, this is the employee ID. So click on this employee ID and here click on the width. Right now it is 0. That means it is okay to expand. You can shrink it, you can just expand it. But let me fix this column and make it 100. So automatically the size of the column is fixed when you run it. So here you can see that 100 is fixed. Still you can expand it, but minimum size, that is 100, it is fixed while first time displaying the data. Now let me change the width of that, not height but actually width. So let me take the first name and let me just change the width. Okay, width, and make it as a, let's say, 300 and save it. So if you run that, you can see that first time if you are running or whenever you are run, the size is fixed. You can even expand or shrink, but the size is fixed if you run without any changes. So let me just back to Canvas app. Now here you can see, but here one thing you will able to see that here this portion is blank, or you can say this table width is not proper. When I shrink my screen, it is okay, but when I expand into bigger size, if you see this, so this portion is not properly visible. So here in modern table control, there is a facility called named formula. So using the name formula, you can dynamically set the screen width, or you can set table width according to the screen size. Let me show you how. So close this app, and here on app start event, here there is one property is that called formula. So you can write down the formula to change the height or width of that particular table control. So here I already written, so let me remove it and show you again. So let me write a formula. So I'm writing formula name, that is F1. So this is called actually a name formula where you can give customized name to the formula. So F1, then you need to write switch, and inside that for which screen you want to write a formula. So for modern table control or modern table demo screen I want. After that you need to write a dot and then you need to write size. So basically for adjusting the size I am writing a formula. So right, then you need to write screen size. Here 4 different options are there: extra large, large, medium and small. So if the screen size is extra large, then I want to set the 500 width. So I am writing 500. Then if the screen size is large, at that time I want to set 300. Example, you can set any width, but I am just taking my desired width. So then let's say screen size dot medium, then you can say this is the height is or width is 200, then screen size is small, then in that case you can say 100. Then complete the bracket and write a semicolon after that. So here a name formula is written. Remember, name formula you can write in the formulas property of an app. So save it. Now go to that modern control screen and click on the table, and here pressing a shift key from your keyboard, select all the column. If you select all the column and if you go to the drop down list where properties are there, so here you will see the width property and set the width property equal to F1. Now click on this and save it. So here you will see that size, or you can say width of each column is fixed according to the screen size. So my screen size is extra large, you can see. If I convert it into a large, so according to that width is mattered. Then if I convert it into a small, let's say font, so you can see that width and it is mentioned like that. If I change the orientation, you will see the width of the each field is adjust according to the screen size. So using a name formula, you can create your uh, dynamic screen size or dynamic width of the table control. So this is also a speciality of modern table control. Now, the next thing you need to understand that here in this table control, let me just zoom in little bit and let me, okay. Now here you will see that a view property is there. Now what this view property is indicating? Now by default when you are displaying data, so data is displaying directly from the table. But in Dataverse, or if you have a knowledge of little bit database, you can see that you can create different view in your database to filter data according to the condition. So you can create your view and dynamically you can filter data without writing any formula. So how you can create view in Dataverse? So go to the Dataverse and here a view section is there. So click on the view. Here you will able to see these are the inbuilt view. Test view I have created for the demo, but these are the inbuilt view which by default it is there when you create any table. If you want to create new view, so you can click on the plus sign and give a view name. So let's say I want to create a view which will filter data based on employee, let's say here I want to create a view which will filter data according to the department. Okay, so let's say I want to create a view which will display the employee information who are from production department. So let's create a view for that. So without writing any search, filter or lookup formula, you can filter your data in PowerApp. So let me just create production department view, and let's say here I'm not writing description, but let me create it. If you create a view, you will able to see here the sort by and edit filter option. So you want to filter data based on what column? Based on department column. So click on edit filter, and here you will see different filter option you can see. So I want to filter row, so you can select add row. If you want to filter data based on n number of columns, so you can click on add group. And if you want to filter data based on another table data, so you can see that. Right now I want to filter my row based on one column, so for that you can click on add row. Now here you will able to see the department column. If department column is not visible, here all the column will not be visible. Why? Because a column must be searchable for the view. So if you will not able to see department column here or any of the column, what you can do? You can cancel this and find out the column name from here. So let's say here department column is there. Click on this column and edit table column. Here the searchable option is enabled. If it is not enabled, then you will not able to see that. Let me just remove it and click on save. And if you click on view column, sorry, not view column, edit filter, and if you select the add row and search, here you will not able to see department column. Here you will see that the department column is not there. What's the reason? Because I unchecked the searchable option. So let me just cancel it again, go to that column again and click on the edit column and make it searchable on and save. Then again go to the edit filter, click on the add row, sorry, here, add row, and here you will able to see department, and this equal to what? So let's say I want to display the department, only production department employee data. So here you can write production and just save it. Make sure whatever you have written it is there. So P is in capital and rest of the letters are in small. So make sure it is exact. Okay, and click on save. So your view is created. After creating a view, if you go back, okay, make sure that you need to publish it. So click on save and publish. So whatever view you have created, it is published. Okay, so let's wait until it's published. So here view is published. Let me go back, and here you will see that production department view is created. Now you can filter data in table control using that view. So how you can do that? So first of all, you need to save your app and just refresh it. If you directly search for that view, it will not be visible. Let me show you. Here you can see that production view is not visible. So you need to just save it and refresh this entire page. And here you will see that after refreshing the page, your production department view is there. So you can directly apply here. If you just apply it, your data will be filtered. But if you see in item property, automatically filter option is there. After the table name, you will see the view name is written. So if you run that, save and run, you see that only 513 records you will able to see. Why? Because it is in a production department. Now let's say you want to dynamically filter based on whatever selection. So what you can do, you can add one combo box, and here in this combo box you will able to select the view which is available. So how you can do that? So let me just here in header section I am taking a drop down list. You can take anything. So let me just remove this header. Okay, and here let me take a drop down. So here drop down and drop down, two controls you can see. This is a classic control and this is a modern control. So I want to take a modern drop down control, so you can take it. Now here let me just adjust the alignment, and let me want to apply it in a center. So here you can see that. Now here in the this drop down list, I want to display the view which is available for the given table. So how can I do that? So click on this, and here in item property, remove this item property, and here you need to write choice, and inside that whatever view names are there. So what you can write in single quotation, you can write employee data and the name of a table, and here you can write this view, and just complete the bracket and save it and just run it to check whether the view is there or not. Run it, and here you will see all the view information is there. So select the production view, your data is filtered according to that. If I select the test, my data is not filtered. What's the reason? The reason is that I need to filter the data based on whatever selection I have done from the drop down list. So click on this table control, and here manually it is written the production department view, but I don't want like this. I want to dynamically filter. So you need to write the name of a control. So here drop down canvas 2. So write this drop down canvas 2 dot selected dot values. So based on whatever value I have selected, it should filter the data. Let me just save it and run it. So here let's say I am selecting test. So basically it will filter data based on employee status. So let's say I am writing a production department view. So my data is filtered, and right now you can see that 513 row are there. So if you select the active table, you will able to see this is the data, that is 983. So this way you can dynamically filter data based on whatever view you have created in PowerApp. Now what is the advantage of that? The advantage is that if your data source does not support delegation, at that time if you create a view, so according to that data will be loaded. So you can overcome the problem of delegation, but not 100%. You need to make sure that whatever data you are getting from the filtered, it cannot be a more than a delegation limit. But Dataverse support a delegation, so here the problem will not occur. I have already created a video on what is delegation, which data source support delegation and which data source does not support delegation. So link is given in the description, so you can check it out. So this way you can dynamically filter the data based on whatever selection you have done from the view of a Dataverse. So this way you can design your modern table control and display the data. Now it's time for question answer. You may have a question that does modern table support delegation? Your answer is yes, modern table control support delegation, but you need to make sure that you select a data source which support delegation. You may have a question that can you design your own name formula to set the font, to set the font color, to set the font size in modern table control? The answer is yes. You can design your own name formula to set the font color, font size, and so on. The next question you may have that does modern table control you can use in your production environment? So right now, the modern table control you cannot use in your production environment. Why? The reason is it is under the preview section. But if Microsoft Power App enable that feature for a production environment, then you can use it. So I hope you get an idea that how to use modern table control in Power App. Now it's time for summary. So what you have learned from this video? From this video, you learn what is modern table control in Power App. Second, using practical use case, you understand how to use modern table control in your project. Third, you will learn how to do advanced customization of modern table control using Dataverse table. The next, you get an answer of your possible question from this video. So thank you for choosing KnowHow Academy as a source of your IT knowledge. We are always here to help you to navigate to the tech world. If you have any question, do not feel hesitate to reach out us. Stay curious, keep learning.